Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is Flosstube 56. This is January 22nd, that's right. And I am on the mend. I went to see Dr. Eby Tuesday. I called and told them that the swelling down here was better, but this was worse. And my ear was hurting worse. And so she called and did a video conference and then said, come in right now. And evidently I had like 2 different infections, go me. So she gave me a new antibiotic and it has made a world of difference. So thank you all for your thoughts and prayers, and thank you for Dr. Eby. She is fabulous. I love her. I am grateful to have a good doctor and to have access to a good doctor. She's very sweet, and I was thinking this week about what it is about, because I was thinking, you know, she is a woman of faith, and I thought, you know, but it's not that, because I have people who I feel that way about, that I enjoy being around and I get like that vibe off of, but they're not all Christian people. Some are different religions, some are even atheist. And I decided they're people of hope. People of hope. And she is a person who is full of hope and kindness and goodness. And so I appreciate her getting me in and getting me a new med, because it has made all the difference in the world. I still have, it made like a sore on the outside of my ear. It's like a big scab over here. It's like disgusting. It's disgusting. So evidently I had like some kind of throat infection, and then like otitis externa, which is basically like swimmer's ear. I'm gonna be the only 53-year-old person swimming in earplugs this summer, I guess. Go me. How cool is that? Hold on, let me get my earplugs. Yeah, that'll be interesting. So, but she's fabulous and her office is fabulous, and she took good care of me and got me some medicine that worked when the other one, like she said, it treated this that was down here in my throat, and tonsils and everything got better, but my ear just kept getting worse. So I had 2 separate cooties going at one time, so go me. Yay. But we have lots of questions, and all because I didn't get everything done last week. And so I have lots of those on here. I didn't get a ton of stitching done because my head was so swollen out that I couldn't put my glasses on, my cheaters to stitch. I couldn't put them on because my head was so swollen out. So I didn't get a ton of stitching done, but I did get some, and I got a little bit of sewing done. I tried to do some sewing. I'm gonna have to talk to y'all about some of that, because holy moly. But Nura had asked about my Patriotic House Trio, and the finished size on mine, on 28 count, was 11.5 by 5.25. And it is on this Monaco. This is the one that Anne finished for me into this beautiful drum. But on the 28 count, and I took out, I think 5 or 6 stitches in between, but it is on the, I think it's on the Instagram post. But I think I answered you in detail on there. If not, if you have any more questions, holler at me. But that's how the size it came out on here. I just kind of measured around and up and down. But it's about 11.5 by 5.25 on 28 count, because she was wondering kind of what size fabric to get, how big a piece of fabric she needed to do them all in one piece. And my lipstick is sticky, y'all. I don't know what's going on with that this morning. Michelle was stitching way up high, and I forgot to put in the notes, which I'm not very proficient at doing charts yet, that I charted it, and then when I started stitching it, I decided I wanted to stitch the little star a different color, and it's like a gold color still, but I just used DMC 4075 instead of whatever is charted on there is just a gold DMC. But I have that 4075 in my stash. And so I had pulled it out and stitched it so it would have a little bit of a like a little variation in there. See, y'all, if I take that back there, I'm afraid y'all see that gross old scab. So I don't want y'all to see that nasty old gross scab. So, that is what YouTube will pick for the cover photo. I promise y'all, that face right there. So that is what I use for that, DMC 4075. Sally, her mom is 96 and she's so worried about COVID, and that is the truth. We haven't taken mom hardly anywhere at all. I did take her out this week. We got our hair cut, and since we were going to go get our hair cut, we went and got a hamburger, and we had Aria Kyle with us, and so we went and got a hamburger. We wore a mask, and of course it was y'all know sister deals better with mama than I do. Always. Always. My sister gets all the kudos for that. Because I got there and I done told her to wear something warm. And I got there and she has on a black pants and a black t-shirt and then like a lightweight jacket. And I said, Mom, that's not only do I not like the jacket. I'm like, Mom, that's not going to be warm enough. You're going to be freezing. And she don't want to change. And I'm like, we bought you new things to wear. Why don't you wear it? They're too big. No, they're not. They're smaller than that. Well, she wouldn't change. I said, I don't understand why you want to wear that when you have something new. Why do you want to wear what you wear? Because it's in style, Mama. That's usually why I wear what I wear, because it's in style. Well, I want to wear this. Okay, fine. So we load up and we go see Micah's new house. We pick up Aria Kyle. And we go eat. And we eat and we get our hair cut and we're headed back home and she's freezing. And I have her heated seat on and I have the heat up in the Jeep. And it's like an oven in there. No joke, I could have baked bread in there. It was broiling in there. And she keeps saying, I'm cold, can you turn the heat up? I'm like, Mama, it's hot in here. I've got it hot already. It's as hot as it'll go. That's as hot, it's as far to the red as the knob will go. The baby is in the back seat. Aria Kyle's going, Shug, it's so hot. It's so hot in here, Shug. Y'all, I do not know. I do not know. Because if we go in and throw everything away, you know, like if I have sister take her to town and I go in and throw everything away that don't fit and is wrong season and all this, she'll just lose her mind because she thinks somebody be stealing her stuff. And I guess they would. It'd be me. I throw it in the trash. But if not, she does not dress right for the season. And I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with this. I'm not good with these kinds of things. I am not. Like I said, the baby in the back seat, even the baby in the back seat, broiling back there. Shug, it's so hot. I don't know. I do not know. She was fine the next morning. She had forgot the fact that she was freezing to death all the way home. I was like, oh, Lord. Y'all, I don't know. I just don't know. So we've had some adventures this week. But she's done fine. She hasn't had any episodes or anything. And we got her hair cut and all that. And she got some ice cream and a hamburger. And she got to get out a little bit. It's been, yet we would have got out more, but it's been like drizzly and rainy here all week. And she don't like to get out when it's like that. So we haven't gone and done as much. I thought we'd go run around more, but she don't like to get out when it's like that. So we've stayed in more than we would have otherwise. So, but she got to go see Mike's new house and all that. So that did get her out a little bit and all, but I don't know how you're supposed to deal with the whole clothing situation and all that. So I just go on, just like after I finish the video, I'll take her some breakfast over there and do her medicine and visit a while. And I'll see if she wants to come back over here. She just wants to stay. Like I said, usually when it's wet and dreary and cold, you can't hardly get her to come over to the house or nothing. She just wants to stay in, so we'll see what she wants to do. Christina had asked about the fabric for Heaven is Near and my winter ABCs. It is Coffee Club by Stitch Me, and it is the 28 count linen, and I love it. I'll show it close up in a minute. I did get a finish on it this week, so on the winter ABCs. I have loved, I used the Toast and I used the Coffee Club. I've used both of those, and I need to order some more because they are really nice, and I have loved stitching on them. Sherry, her January 9th was her birthday, and her 42nd anniversary is February 1st. So happy birthday late and happy early anniversary. 42 years, that's something to say. Anne says Mary Maxim has those pillowcase kits that I was talking about. They said his and hers and those kinds of things. And we were talking about those, you know, that you used to see. And then I was going through some stuff, and I found this wadded up in a box. This was one of my very first, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on here. If I just hold it up maybe. This was one of my very first cross stitch pieces. And I can't decide, I guess it's finished. And I guess maybe I was supposed to put initials in there or something. But what's funny is when you look at it like this, and I spilt something down here on the bottom, but for some reason on this side, I didn't run my thread. And on this side, the thread is run back and forth like that. So it's so funny. But evidently something's got spilt on it over the decades, or water got in the box or something over the millennia. So it was funny that I found that this week, talking about old things that you used to see a lot and don't see so much. So I found that this week. That was fun. And Aura had asked about the letters for the love pillow here. It is from G. Leger, 1898. The only place I found it, I tried to search around online, and the only place I found it is the Silver Needle. So I don't know if it's just kind of hard to get, or if it was just created a long time ago, or what. But I did find it at the Silver Needle online. It was listed on their online shop. So I hope they still have it, because it is a beautiful chart. It is gorgeous. Cindy had asked about ordering from Shelly at Just Stitching. I just call her on the phone. I just call her on the phone and tell her what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for something specific, like if I want a chart and the thread and the fabric to go with it, she'll get it. Or if I just want fabric or threads or whatever to go with something, she'll either, if she has it or if she has something close, she'll say, well, I have this, which is close to it. Or if, like, when I'm doing the stockings, like, I had her send me just some, I say, just send me some 30 count pieces to do the Blackbird stockings on. And she'll just send me a little, like, mixed mash of miscellaneous, you know, kind of beige and grayish and gray pieces, because I told her they don't have to be the exact ones they say. I mean, I don't care about that. And so she just sent, you know, different ones that are kind of in the right range. So she's fabulous. I love talking to her and working with her. So you can always, but I don't think she has an online order thing. If she does, I've never used it. I just always call and talk to her there in the shop. It's all I do. So, which is probably better for me, because we all know my problem with the computers. Ellen asked about the Let's Talk Winner by Hands On Design. This old one, this is the one I've done here. What you used to have to call, it came out in one of the calendars, I think. And then you can call Hirschner's and they can send it as a PDF, but that's the only way you can get that one. They don't have a hard copy of it. That's it. But Kathy just released a new one, and it has, it's not the same, but it has a lot of the same type elements in it. It has snow and snow boots and this kind of things. It's super cute. And she just released it. And it's is it Let's Talk? I think it's Let's Talk Winter. But go to Kathy's Hands On Design, her page, and you'll see it there. And it is adorable. And it also, the Hirschner's one, you just get this piece. But like Kathy, all hers, you know, she always has more than one. So she has the big piece, and then like a medium piece, and then like a small to go with it. So it's like a much better deal. The new one is a much better deal too. So I will be looking at getting it so I can have the complimentary pieces. I probably won't stitch the big piece again because it is complimentary to this one. I might set them aside, you know, set them close to each other at some point, but I want the other pieces to go with that one because they're very wintry and very cute. So you can find them on her page, the Hands On Design page. You can see the new one, and it is so cute. And she has a spring one coming out. She said she would do the whole series. So, and I've got the fall one in there. Let's Talk Autumn is in there, but I didn't get it stitched this year. Sad day. I have it all ready to go and didn't get it stitched. Oh, and we were talking about the pillowcases. Liza said she stitched them for her grandparents when she was 10 years old, which I love. And Teresa said she stitched some, which I haven't seen, that say love you, and the other one says love you more, which is so, so cute. So that's something to think about. I have not, and I haven't seen those. That's fabulous. And several of y'all asked about Sean Penguin here, which CJ and Wani got me for Christmas, and I love him. Wani was like, really? And CJ was like, my mom will love that, trust me. And I do. And his name is Sean Penguin, and he is fabulous. And CJ said, he said he was the only one where they picked him up. So I'm sorry, but hopefully y'all can find some somewhere. But I love him. I love him. You might try searching around online, but he is so cute. I love him. And yes, CJ knows me all too well. And Ann Margaret suggested on my Peace on Earth piece, because I do have problems stitching certain ways. On this tree right here, I had the hardest time stitching the curlicue pieces or even the fill in. I don't know what it is about pieces like that that mess up my brain. I have a hard time doing like that. And it's the same way with the Peace on Earth, the way the pattern goes, and then the little things go out, and then the little buds go out, and you have to, I do not know what it is about that. That is hard. That's hard for me to stitch. She suggested going around and try doing the outline all the way. So I may try that, because I do not know what it is about that, but I do have a hard time with it. Elizabeth asked about when I dye fabric, and she asked about the washing machine. I've never done mine in the washing machine. I would be horrified, because I would ruin my washing machine, trust me. I promise. I would be the person to ruin my washing machine. And I intended to grab them. I have just those little, you know, like if you go to, our Chinese food place here does, it's a little plastic container, and it's like oblong, and it has a little lid on it, and your Chinese food will be in there. Any kind of to-go container would work that is plastic, and I only use them for that. I don't use them for anything else. And then I just put them in there. I wad up my fabric and put them in, and crunch them down in there, and just leave them, put the lid on there. And then I can shake it up a little bit if I want to, and I pull it out and look at it, and, you know, crunch it back down and like this. But I would be horrified to put it in the washing machine. I would be afraid that all my clothes for posterity would be that color, and mine would be, because trust me, I can mess up anything like that. I have that gift. So I just use little plastic bowls and then just rinse it in the sink. My sink is stainless. I would kind of be worried if I had a porcelain sink. If I had a porcelain sink, I'd probably do it outside. And I do, I take mine outside to dry, and I dunk them in the pool and rinse them with a hose, and I just do whatever to try to get them the color I want, and re-put them back in the dye and put them in a different color dye and like that. But I would be horrified to put them in the washing machine. I have had friends who wanted to keep their clothes real black and said they dyed their clothes. And now that you say that, I assume that's what they did. I never had thought about it, but I would be horrified of that. I would be the one to ruin my washing machine. Trust me, it would be me. Ellen asked about the silky threads. Mine says that they're 100% cotton. She asked what they were. I'm gonna see if it'll read it here. I think it says right here. It says it's long strand cotton, 100% long strand cotton on here. And that's one of their blendables is what they call theirs, like that. Inez says, when do I stitch the most? I stitch a little bit in the morning usually, and then most of it in the evening. Especially when the girls are here, I cannot stitch in the daytime. They don't want no part of me stitching. They ain't having that. And so I stitch in the morning a little bit, and then mainly stitch in the evening. If they're not here, I can get in some stitching in the daytime. But for the most part, I stitch a little bit in the morning, and most of my stitching is done in the evening time. Because I have a cleaning schedule that I clean, like this every day, this, one thing every day like that. I'm sorry, y'all. Rita and Dee asked about the blog. I'll have the designs up on, some of the designs up on there. Way Up High is on there now. And I think last week or the week before, there is a link, and I'll get Micah to put it in there this week, and I will try to get Find Joy on there this week, because I've given up on Etsy. I can't figure it out. I don't know. Etsy ain't my friend, I guess. Julie asked on the long ABCs, they are a pain to finish, to FFO. I have used the sticky board, and I have used the foam core board. The foam core board, to me, is easier on the long pieces because it's a little more, sturdy. It's a little sturdier. But they're just a bit of a pain. Truly. The foam core board is easier because you can take and kind of pin in the sides and kind of, to get it kind of centered all the way down as you go. But as much as I love the look of them, they're a pain to try to FFO. That ain't no joke. In retrospect, it might be worth having somebody make a frame and then going and having them cut you a piece of mat board, and maybe even seeing what they would charge just to stick your needlework on each one of those. Just to have one frame cost, and not have them fully finish it, not have them put it in the back. But like if you knew somebody at a frame shop and you could have them make you one that it just sat inside a lip so that you could just pop it out. Like you do the top of the Lonem Lane boxes, you can just pop that out. The long pieces, that might be, if it wasn't too expensive, that sure might be worth it, because that's pain. And I'm never pleased with it. That's a thing. I'm never pleased with the way it looks afterwards. So, Amy asked about the Facebook group. It's Needlework and Niecy Lynn. That's just Needlework and Niecy Lynn on there. So, I try to check it this week. I was bad at everything, at all the social media, because I didn't feel good. So, sorry about that, y'all. Angel I was talking about my coffee maker not going under the cabinets and not being able, and y'all, I didn't know about this thing. And I ordered one. She has a tray, a sliding tray that your coffee maker slides out so you can put your water on. Anyway, I've ordered one, and I'm excited about it. I am all excited about it. Michelle had asked how I store my floss. This is my fancy floss, my variegated, and I put it, when the girls got big enough that they, want to reach and touch things, and walking and toddling around. I just put it in this sack here. And one of y'all sent me that sack, I think. Wendy, did you send me that sack? And before that, I just kept it hung way up high. But now I can hang it on my drafting table. And I just have them on a big ring. And then here's the off-whites. And here's blues. And, you know, like this. Reds and pinks and like that. And then they're just on here. So that's how I keep those. And then my DMCs, I will start, and I have a few that I have changed over. But these are my, I used to keep them all bobbinated, as we say. But I have 3 of these. That are in here. That the numbers are just like divided out. And boy, you can tell how old this one is. It's all kind of yellow and discolored, but that's how I used to keep them. But it makes them all curly, it does. And so I've started, as I get new ones, I'm just putting them on little floss cards like that. And so I'll start just changing them over as I get new ones. And then Em asked about my sulky threads on the rings. Here they are. And I'll take one of them off of here. They're just on this little, come off here. Well, evidently I didn't put that one on the spool. I didn't catch it when I pulled it through. They have a little like thread, and so they just catch right through the top of this. You pull it through. If your finger works. This morning it doesn't. Ugh, Lord have mercy. There you go. No, it didn't. There you go. So it's pulled through there. So this is just a little pipe cleaner, folded in half, and I put a bead on it. Then I pull it up through here so that it catches on the bead. And then I just put a loop in the top, and then I put it on the ring. And that way it just hangs on there. And then I have them all like this, and I just keep them on a big ring. And then I pull off the ones I need. Now the new ones that I haven't used yet, I just have in a bag like this. And then as I use them, they get put on a ring. And these I was using for, I must have had these for Find Joy. And I just added the ones I was using on here till I decided what I was using, so. But that works great for me. I have not had any problems with them tangling up or anything like that. And Kathy, I sat here and looked at it. Your bags are adorable, and I forgot to write down your something Stitchy. Kathy said you can sell on Insta and do PayPal like that. And I talk to Kathy all the time, message back and forth with her. And how did I not know she had little, like, cute bags and with Blackbird fabric and everything, so cute. And I did not know this somehow. And because I'm, like, oblivious to everything in the world, I think. And unless I get hit by a truck with it, I don't know anything. So, Kathy, I'll try to tell it next week. Holy moly. Good gravy. And then Mary talks about, she wished she could put her Christmas tree, just hang a big net over it and push it into the closet. And it made me laugh so hard because we had a little lady, and at the flower shop, she had us rig her up a Christmas tree. And it was a skinny tree, and it was about maybe 6 foot tall, but super skinny, like a pencil tree. And she wanted it decorated with little teacups and all kind of things like that. And she had some of the workmen in town come over and fix one of her closets. And they took the shelf out and took the bar out and everything. And then we went and got a little, like a dolly thing at the Home Depot and attached the tree on the bottom and made a little skirty looking thing on the bottom with snow and all. And she did. She had a plastic tarpon that she would wrap over it and roll that thing right in the closet. She said she wasn't fooling with a Christmas tree no more. And that's what she did. She rolled it in and she rolled it out. It made me laugh so hard when you said that. And I thought about that little lady. I hadn't thought about her in a long time. So thank you for mentioning that, because it made me think about her and doing that funny tree and her rolling that thing around. Because she was not fooling with that Christmas tree no more. But okay, you do you. But the one thing I did mess with this week, I did try to do some sewing. And yet, some of y'all gonna have to help me out here, because baby, I was gonna make her some burp rags and things for baby catch. She wants to do the nursery pretty neutral, and she loved this fabric that I found. And I was gonna make these burp rags. I read about these fabulous burp rags made with this Minky and flannel. The devil himself must have invented Minky fabric. If you go to hell, you must be down there making Minky fabric to send up here to earth. That's what happens when you go to hell. When you go to hell, you're down there making Minky fabric to send up here to earth. What in the world? Now, I know I am no seamstress. I know. I could have been sewing on live snakes and it been more steel than this. I don't even know. I do not even know what to think. So after this one, I just went and sat down. I said, you know what? I don't even know. I do not even know. I had all the pins and all the little clips and all the alls. So if any of y'all have any suggestions besides selling your soul to the devil on sewing on the Minky, y'all just let me know about that, because what in the heck? What in the heck? I did get Stitchy all kinds of Happy Mail. Stitchy kind of sweet. And since I didn't feel good, that was extra nice. And I didn't feel like opening it for a few days. It just kind of sat over here while I just kind of went every day, all day. So when I felt like opening it, it was really nice. And I got this beautiful card from Deanna. She got some fabric and was telling me what she was going to do with it and everything. So thank you so much, Deanna. That made me so happy. And then I try to always flip these over so y'all don't see. Now this one goes over here though. That's my haul one. I need to put that one over there. And then these. And y'all know I'm very weird about trying not to show y'all's addresses and everything. And here we go. I'm trying not to spill everything in the floor. And this is from Wendy. She sent me this beautiful card. And then she sent me these beautiful stitch cards here. These little Prim Stitch series. And they're so cute. Look at this little angel. Here we have the little basket and the angel and the little garden man. And it's like a Rose of Sharon on there. And these are Lori Holt's, and they're so cute. So cute. And then bubble mailers and stamps. Thank you so much, because I do go through a whole lot of those things. A whole lot of those things. Stamps and bubble mailers, that is no joke. I use oodles and oodles of those. So thank you so much, Wendy. I use tons. And then here we have from Bonnie. And Bonnie sent me this, and I was like, I started to switch over and do it for my inaugural day stitch. She sent me this beautiful card here, and it has a whole letter inside, so I'm gonna hold it like this so I don't drop my letter out. This beautiful card with these flowers on here. And then this beautiful chart, which somehow I have not seen, by Threadwork Primitives. It says Happy 4th. How cute is that? I love it. With a little strawberry plant and the flag and everything. So I started to switch and do it and change and just put the date up instead of Happy 4th across the top. But then I thought my brain might not be up to switching that out. So I just went with my other one, what I already had. Then Jenny, and Jenny also sent puzzles for the girls, which they have done run off with. They took those home and ran with them. And I'm not spilling anything out here. She sent me a beautiful note. And then all these things. And all these beautiful prayer schoolers. And you can never have too many prayer schoolers. And I've got to match these up, and we'll have a prayer schooler day because I know we have some extras of these here. So there's Winter Wind, which I love that saying on that one. And then the 06 Santa, the 07 Santa, I think I've got one in the wrong order here. Lordy. The 10 Santa. The 11 Santa. Look at him with the cardinal. The 12 Santa with his mailbag. And look at the 18 Santa with his snowman. He is fabulous. So thank you so much, Jenny, not just for mine, for the girls, because they were so excited. They came by, I guess on Wednesday, after Aria was with me. Micah picked up Micah picked up Kimi and then came here to get Aria and take the girls home. And so I had them out for them. And they were so excited, they wanted to open up. And I said, no, take them home. Take them home, because if you open them up here, you're liable to lose the pieces in the car on the way home. Well, Aria it like killed her. It like killed her not to open them up to take them home. She thought she was going to die from that. It was just going to ruin her. And then Colleen, sweet Colleen, sent me 2 steamed broccolis here, which I am so excited about steamed broccoli, because y'all know that steamed broccoli is like gold. And I've got to go look. I don't think it shows anything else. I'll hold it like this. Farmer's Attic is where it came from. So I've got to go look and check them out. Farmer's Attic. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull these out, because we need to do these this week. Did I do these? Sometimes, y'all, my brain, ugh. I try to be so organized with all my mail and all my, boy, sometimes it gets hard. Or it gets hard for me. It probably would not be hard for anybody else. Let me say that. Let me say that. Now, I am going to show y'all my haul. And I was so excited about my haul. It was a fabulous haul. Fabulous. Fabulous. I ordered from Frankie. And I showed y'all, Frankie sent me the little cute gnome pattern for Christmas. And she is a wicked stepmother on Etsy. And I told y'all she had those beautiful threads. And y'all know I am horrible about, and if I was smart, I'd hold this up like this. I was smart. Here she is. There, maybe that's better. But she is a wicked stepmother, one word, on Etsy. Oh, I don't want to sneeze right now. And I told her she had these beautiful threads. And I finally got them ordered. Y'all know how I am. I run around like a chicken about half the time. And I opened up this package and I was like, Lord have mercy. Now these are half of them, and I'll show y'all the other half. Over there. And I'll show them one at a time in a minute too. But look at that yumminess. And the light is kind of bleaching them out over there. Let me see if I can get them against, let's see if I hold them against this one at a time. Is that going to show the variegation at all? That one is, oh dang, that one shows my address. Lord, don't no serial killers come over here. I have to stab you to death. That one's Nutcracker. This one is Rose Garden. Maybe if I go up closer, oh, that's a little better. Let me try that again. That one's Nutcracker, look at that. So pretty. This one is I Want Candy. And it's all, looks like taffy colors to me. It made me think about taffy. This one is Violet and Blue. They are so nice. This one is Hard to Be Humble. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. And yes, I'm that person. Green shirt. I have to sing songs, so I'm gonna try to refrain, but it's hard. I'm gonna have to try to bust out in Helen Ready. I'm gonna try to refrain, y'all. This is I Am Woman. This is Sister Golden Hair. But they have fabulous variegation. It's not showing up as good as I want on there. And I'll show you the rest of them when I do my whips. And then I ordered, because I wanted to play around with this and I've always been too afraid to order any, and I finally decided, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. A piece of 36 count linen. And this is called She's a Brick House. And it is so pretty. Look at that. This is gorgeous linen. I love it. And one of the girls in the group, in the Facebook group, stitched, I can't remember who it was now, Stupid Cupid by Brooks Books maybe. And it was kind of on a reddish. It would be adorable on this. And then America, I'll show you in a minute, in the Blackbird book, would be beautiful on this. This is a beautiful piece of fabric. So I don't know, I'm hoping I can see it good. I've never stitched on 36 count before. So I'm going to try it and see how it goes. But it came in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful package here. And it was tied up with this beautiful ribbon. And so I opened it up. I knew I had one coming from her, so I opened it up. And then it says, here's this little note in here. It says, black ribbon is for you, red ribbon is for giveaway. It has 1 piece of hand-dyed fabric and 3 hand-dyed flosses. So, thank you, Frankie. And Rhonda, who I don't know, I just always thought Frankie. So, here is this beautiful package, and you can see it has a piece of linen in there, and it has some floss in there. You kind of see through the thing. So, and then one of these fun little thread thingy things. So, thank you so much, Frankie. That was such a fun surprise. So that was my haul this week, and that will be one of our giveaways this week, is that fabulous giveaway package. And so are we down to whips now? I think we're to whips. We're to whips. Okay, now I gotta scooch over here and grab it. I'll try to grab it. Oh Lord, I'm gonna fall off the camera stool. Okay, let me see if I can grab them all or grab one at a time. Or, oh, no, it's gonna be one at a time. Oh, because I put that on there, that's heavy. What do I have down there? Lord have mercy. I guess we'll start with the biggest one. I did get to work on my health and peace this week. So I got some more done down here, and I got started on the deer, like the grass under the deer right here. So right over here, the grass is done up to about right back where his foot is. So now the tree and the deer over here is all that's left on this side. And then over here. So I'm getting closer. Like I said, I was sad I couldn't work more this week, but these are the beautiful threads, and this is just the DMC. There's also a silk conversion for it, and I'm sure the Attic would do the same thing. The Stitch Niche offered all kinds of like thread counts for your fabric, and then a silk conversion also. I just did the DMC, but it is, y'all, the colors on this, Gloria, who is my lady's needle, just killed it on this thing. It is so beautiful. I'm just so pleased with it. It's the prettiest thing. I love working on it. I love, the fabric is nice. The design is so pretty. The colors are just gorgeous. So it's just a pleasure to work on it. I enjoy it. I always enjoy working on it every time I get it out. Then I worked a little bit on Peace on Earth. So here are my threads for it. And they were wadded up in a thing for so long that they have got all crinkly. So they are all crinkled up, but here they are. And it's just 4 colors. Peace on Earth by Blackbird. And so I just had a little dab of this done right here and this. And I think I did a little bit here, but then I got this done here like this. So I made a decent amount of progress on it, especially to be feeling poopy, but it's gonna be gorgeous when it's done. I love it. I love, love, love it. It's always nice to work on. Anything Blackbird is nice to work on. You know it's gonna be beautiful when you're finished. You know it's nice to work on. The colors are beautiful and pleasing, and the chart's good, and it's always fabulous. Always fabulous. Now, my inaugural day start was in full glory. Here. I realized that I had 2 because I have it in Sweet Land of Liberty. It is in Sweet Land of Liberty book. And I got it, I think James Williams got me it for Christmas one year as one of the, Reward of Merit pinky things. He got me several one year for Christmas. So I have 2. So this will be a giveaway, a share. I'm not supposed to say that word, good Lord. It'll be a share this week because I don't need 2 of them, obviously. So because I have it here, I don't need it here also. So, but I decided to change the colors up some because I got my package from Frankie and had these threads in there. And I love, love, love them. So this is Flesh of My Flesh. And I don't know if I can get it. Can I do like this? Which I traded out for one. And then I'm doing the house, this Harvest Moon color. So I have this beautiful like mustardy colored house instead of the brick. And it is so pretty. And then for the pinkish red, like on the flowers, like there's in the berries, I'm doing this Poison Red Berries. And I hope you can see the variegation in there. It is so nice. This Old Gray Mirror I'm doing for the light gray blue color. And you'll be able to see it in a minute. Already in the star, you can see the variegation, just a little tiny star I did. And then the Holly Jolly Christmas, I'm doing for the border around there. And then I've got Ruby Slippers, Toasted Barley, and Chalk, and Blacksmith Blue are my other colors. And I'll hold this guy up here if anybody could read my writing. I don't know if that'll focus, or I don't think it's gonna focus. Ugh. Anyway, I don't think it'll focus ever. But these threads are just yum, yum, yummy. I am loving them. And so I got a good start on him, and I just did the little date up here, but you can see the gorgeous variegation in the thread. You can see already in the little star here, and in my chimneys. Now the red and the blue here, and the eagle brown is DMC 3031. His head is chalk, but the white part of the flag is the flesh of my flesh, but the red and blue are ruby slippers and blacksmith blue. So the green is the Holly Jolly Christmas of Frankie's at A Wicked Stepmother. The gray is the Old Gray Mare from A Wicked Stepmother. And then the gold of the chimney is her Harvest Moon. So I'm loving it. It's stitching up nice. It's being real smooth. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I didn't get a lot stitched, but I tried to, I wanted to get my eagle and my flag stitched on Inauguration Day. I'm gonna try to do that every time on Inauguration Day. I just thought, you know, over the years, that looking back would be something to, every time I will have a new piece. It's, you know, just a small, have a new piece for each Inauguration Day. So I'm gonna try to keep to that over the years and keep that going. So those are my whips this week. Like I said, I didn't get a lot. Didn't get a lot of stitching in because of my wonky head, but, and then, okay, I'm gonna have to squeeze over here to grab these, to put these over here so we can, because they didn't scoot over with me, and grab this guy. I should be able to lift him right out. I did get a finish and an FFO on Winter ABCs. I will try to scooch him in, and he is not, those pom-poms are not behaving, but oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. This is on Coffee Club by Be Stitch Me, 28 count linen. My snowmen are not as white, and after I thought about it, I thought, you know what, I know why. I usually use super white batting behind, and this is the Warm and Natural, and I bet that's the difference. But my pom-poms are bowing out some places, but you know what? That's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's fun, it's cute. I like it. I love these pieces. They are a pain to finish, or they are to me. I struggle with finishing them. Probably other people probably don't, but I do. But I love stitching them. I love looking at them. I have them all done now, and that makes me super happy that I can just switch each one out. This is a board from, I think, Joann's that I just painted brown. I think it was like $5 or $6 or something. It was like super cheap. So I put the little sparkle on the ground here, on the ground here, on the ground here, here. I put a little bit on the roof there and right there. So it's just got a little bit of sparkle thread, and I don't even know it's gonna pick up any on the light in that, but it was a fun stitch. I'm glad that I got it done so I can have it up for the rest of the winter and all. And for now, I'm just gonna stick him right in here. Hopefully he'll behave himself over here by Sean Penguin, who, as we know, Sean Penguin always doesn't behave himself. But I used, so that is this one, Winter ABCs by Little House Needleworks. And like I said, I did it on the brown. And I used, Lord have mercy, what a mess. 680, DMC 680, DMC 3853, and DMC 645. The green I used was Week Style Works Foliage, Classic Colorworks Bamboo. I used Hickory Sticks for the dark brown, Licorice Red by Classic Colorworks was the red, and Roasted Chestnut was my light brown. And then the Treasure Braid, and I assume that TR40 is the color, but I don't know that for sure. I'm just assuming that is what that color is. I don't know. But I'm glad it's I've got it all stitched up and finished, and so I can enjoy it. So that will be a share this week. So the shares this week will be the Winter ABCs, In Full Glory, and Frankie's package. And so so for Winter ABCs, use Winter. For In Full Glory, make sure you use the word glory. And for Frankie's Fabulous package, be sure you use the word wicked. Be sure you use the word wicked. And she has a chart, a Valentine's chart, that is going to be a share this week. And it is, and I intended to print it, and I didn't. But go to A Wicked Stepmother on Etsy and look at it and use the word heart. And that will be the other share this week. And so use the word heart if you want to stitch it up. And it is adorable little chart. It's not a little chart either. It's like this big chart. So go look at it. And those are the shares this week. And use those words in your comment if you want to be considered in for the shares of those. And what else was I going to tell y'all? I feel like I'm forgetting something. But like I said, thank y'all all for thinking about me and checking on me this week. And thank you that we have doctors in this country that can make me well, because I'm telling y'all what, I was in bad shape. But I've got to jump off of here, and I hope it will upload, because I won't be able to wait for it to upload here. I'm gonna, because I gotta run, give Mimi her medicine and give Mom her medicine and stuff, and get gas and stuff first. I need to get gas in the car. So I'll have to wait and let it upload at her house. So I hope it will upload in May, Pearl. We will see. So y'all have a good weekend. The littles are gonna spend the night with us tonight. So we're gonna have a lot of fun around here. So y'all have a good weekend and enjoy your stitching. Bye.